A prayer for my father, which he said yes, and then when I gave him the jersey of the Celtics, and he read the back and he started laughing. He goes, the Pope, yeah, which was pretty funny. And cool, but a great day, and then unveiling today the new logo and being here in the store is just a special day. And then Sunday we'll top it off.
The best is yet to come. Is Sunday the right day?
That's what I said, yeah. Sunday is the best to come, and we're ready for it, and we're looking for a long, great future here. We're not that far off. This should be good. Who will be my trainer? Do you know Doc Rivers? Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is coming over to coach.
Angelo, Angelo?
What about your impression and sensation of derby?
Of what? I'm sure.
Your feelings for sensation of derby.
Oh, for the derby?
Yeah.
Or the cup, you mean?
Cup.
For the cup? Well, I can't wait to see it. I mean, if it's anything like what the derby was, it's probably going to be multiplied by a number of times. I just can't wait to see our guys on the pitch. I'm excited.
Did you speak with Massimiliano Allegri?
Who?
Allegri.
Who?
The Milan coach.
No, I have not spoken to him. I leave all of that up to Walter and Franco.
Did you speak with Francesco Totti?
So nice to see you again here
Did you
too.
speak with Francesco Totti for the new contract?
Have I spoken to him on it?
Francesco Totti for the new contract.
We've talked about it months ago. After the season, we're talking about it. Absolutely. Of course we want him back.
Mr. President, what about the disappointing of some supporters for the new logo?
You know what? Every time you have change, there are people who are not going to like it. We spent an awful lot of time on it, went through a lot of designs. One of the biggest issues with creating the brand globally, and trying to keep as much, of the history since 1927, and that's why we did put the 27 on there too, was that unfortunately a number of fans, a lot of people around the world, when they see the ASR, actually don't know what that means. Many times a lot of people just say, hey, I really like AC Roma, and that actually upsets me more than anything else. So we'll still, have a lot of things where you'll have the ASR on it, but we try to clean it up a little, simplify it, and give a lot of what the history is that people don't realize that the club's been around since 1927 also. So I hope people end up warming up to it. I think a lot of people do like it, but anytime you have change, there's going to be a certain group of people that, I'm sure when I first came in as president, there were an awful lot of people that hated me and maybe still hate me, but it's the change.
Ultima.
Presidente, Baldini sarà a Roma anche il prossimo anno.
Baldini will be here also next year.
Franco will be here next year as far as I'm concerned, but we still have conversations the rest of the week. I like Franco. No more
I
questions?
grandi campioni per questa stagione, per la prossima stagione. Will be by a big football player for the next season. Grandi
What did
campioni
you?
per la prossima.
How much money will we spend next year? You know what? You can't go by that. It all depends on what we're going to do on transfer markets both ways. You just to take an absolute dollar amount just doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you look at the team this year, it's not that far off. It just has to be a consistent team. But when we beat so many of the good teams, the top 6 or 7 teams, and you look at the record versus them, the problem isn't that we don't have players that can play with anybody in the world. The problem is that we're not always playing consistent against the teams that we should be beating.
How do you judge these first 2 years?
My first year. I haven't even been here 1 year. The August 1st will be the first anniversary that I've had really any say in it. I think we've done an awful lot of good things. I think Walter and Franco, when you really sit back and analyze what the players that we've picked up, and you look at a lot of our young players, they've done a spectacular job on that side. We clearly have not done the best of jobs on coaching initially. I think in terms of what we're doing on our branding side and marketing side, I think Christoph heading that up has been doing a great job. I think you'll be all pleasantly surprised when you see the design and of the stadium and everything that's going along with it, I think it'll just change dramatically. You know, the whole, you know, just not on the pitch, but a lot of other things that'll be going on all week long there that are related to Roma. So we've come a long way on the stadium side of it. But look, I hate to lose. I hate we're not in the Champions League. I think we should have been in the Champions League. But you know, it's a long-term project, and I feel like in the next bunch of years we're going to be in Champions League a lot. I mean, there's no reason why we shouldn't.
And what about the stadium?
The stadium, I think you'll see some announcements in a couple of months, and the design of the stadium and all the ancillary buildings that we have along it, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I think it'll be probably one of the best, if not the best, experiences in European football, not just in the stadium, but everything around it. I mean, that's what we're designing and building out right now.
Ok, grazie.